Afternoon, everybody. I'm here to talk about tools to generate ready to deploy. Just plug in the add-on and it will install correctly without no error at all. But this one is directly from UML diagram. All right, so Son, my name is Ahmad Daniel Sembiring. I'm CEO at fittraining.com in Indonesia. Okay. Yeah. In Indonesia, so we have been working with implementation, development, and contributing in Odoo community since 2010, since the version of OpenERP 7. So thanks to Odoo advanced framework, we can easily extend the Odoo functionality easily by just plugging in some what we call add-ons, right? So it is actually a coding standard for us to extend the functionality and to tap the existing functionality, and as well as to develop new application on top of Odoo framework, right? Okay, so actually, all of the application in Odoo is a business application, and actually it is a database application, right? So we need to define, to design the relationship diagram when we are developing a new application, right? Whether it is a ER diagram or a UML class diagram, to model the business process of the application logic of our application. And then we have tools, many tools for modeling application. One of it is StarUML. StarUML. It is a free evaluatable modeling software, and it can generate coding. It can generate coding directly from the diagram. Like, for example, Java, PHP, Python code, and so on. And now, in my company, we develop a new extension on top of StarUML to generate our Odoo add-ons directly from our diagram. So that is the main idea. And then how it works. So we create an extension on top of StarUML application, and then the generator loops every entities on the diagram. So it scans every entities on the diagram, and then it creates the Python class, and then the XML views for us, and then the key web reporting for PDF. Printout, right? And then it also generate the security access file, the CSV file, the CSV file, and then it create a group for accessing the classes, and also the manifest, and also the init file. As you know, we need those files to assemble the complete add-ons, right? Okay, and then it generates two add-ons, actually. Two add-ons. One is the main add-on, and then the other one is the inherited add-on. Why? Because the StarUML still cannot update the generated file. It can only replace those files. So if we do the modification, if we do the inheritance on the add-on, and then we redraw the diagram again, and then we regenerate, then it will be wiped out, sorry, right? So that's why we need two add-ons. One for the main add-on, and the other for our customization add-ons. Okay. Oh, so what is generated actually? The Python class with all fields we draw on the class diagram, whether it is character field, date and time, integer, float, many to one, one to many selection fields. And then the XML views, whether it's tree, form, Kanban, calendar, graph, pivot, and then the menus for each of the class that we have in the diagram. And then the class method for you to instruct the developer to do the coding in details, right? So we as a business analyst or system analyst only define the the function name, or maybe summarize the data and then comment there the high level comments and then instruct the developer to do the coding there in the function itself. And then the keyword report, the template for the keyword report so that we can generate the PDF directly later. Okay, and then the CSV access file, all is assembled and composed into a single folder, and then we can plug into our Odoo installation and then install that, and it will run. So no manual coding anymore by using these tools, right? You can save many hours, many resources just to deploy, just to show the main framework, main logic of the application. Okay. Of course, we need to have some convention to draw the diagram so that our generator can correctly interpret the diagram and the fields, anything that we wanted to. Okay. I just have to skip this slide. I will try to make a demo, live demo, for us to be better understand of the tools, right? But the main thing is the object name. So we will need the object name later on the diagram. It will take this name and then append it with the, we call it a namespace, so that it will not conflict with another add-ons, right? So we have the name and the namespace later. And then when we want to inherit existing class or model from another add-ons, another third party or another base add-on from Odoo, we simply put the underscore name and underscore inherit attributes on the class. That's all. And then simply add additional fields that we want under the class. All normal field is coming easily. Just type the field type, char, integer, float, number, anything that is available in Odoo framework. It will be converted into fields in Odoo, in the add-on. Okay, for the relational field, as with the UML, standard UML diagram, we draw a line here to connect or to relate between two classes, to relate these two classes, and then put the notation whether this is a many-to-one field or one-to-many or many-to-many by selecting the notation here. Now, one is for one-to-many, 0 to star is many-to-one, star to star is many-to-many. So it will interpret the diagram and create the correct field for us, like this. Okay, I will show in the demo. And then optional help field, it is easy, just put the help field in the comment section. And the selection field, it is easy also, just type the selection field as with the other Odoo add-on. And then the values for the field, we put on the default value field in the StarUML. It is a standard tuple notation. And Kanban, we also create the Kanban image as long as you have the image small or image field name, binary type of field. I will generate the Kanban image for you. And the graph view, as long as you have the many-to-one field, it will generate the graph view for us. Calendar view, as long as you have the date or date time field on the class, it will generate the calendar for us. Okay, the class method. So you put the operation here under the class diagram. The generator will generate an empty function, empty method under the class for the developer to code the correct logic there. Keyword report is all automatically for all class. The generator is generating the keyword report template for us and ready to be inherited in the inherited add-on. Pivot also, it is generated automatically as long as you have the many to one for use to the grouping here, the grouping of the pivot view. One thing that is special here is the state field. So if we put the state field on a class, the generator will generate this status bar as with the other Odoo's document, and then the buttons, the action buttons, which is to move from one state to another state and back to another state. It is generated as well already. And then the sequence number. So if we have the state, the generator assume that it is a document. So it will generate the sequence automatically for us and put it in the name field of the document. Okay, that's all. If you interested with the generator code, we prepare this link for you to explore anything that related to this generator. Okay, we still have time. Maybe I will show you some small demo. Okay, and so. Okay. Yeah, we still have some time, right? Okay. So this is the StarUML program. I have prepared some small diagram here. Okay. So this is a sample diagram to to develop a simple library application, for example. Yeah. So, can you see this in the back? I think we need to make it bigger. Okay. Okay. So in the library application, a simple library application, the focus is a book object, right? A book to lend, to borrow to the member of the library. So the book here, we inherited from the product template. This is the standard Odoo class, right? So we inherited from the product template because book is actually a product, right? So we inherited from the product, and we add some additional fields like ISBN, publish year, and then is it a book, Boolean. So it will differentiate with another product, another regular product, that this is a book and this is not a book. So we add another flag here to differentiate that this is a book. And then we draw a relation line here to determine that this book is published by a certain publisher, right? So this one will be many to one, right? Just double click the ending of the line and then name the field. It will be converted into field, and then select the annotation. 0 to many will be translated into many to one. And then the other side, publisher, we inherited from the REST partner object. And then we put a flag again here, whether this is a publisher or a regular customer, a regular partner. Okay, and then another additional field like publisher code. And this publisher has relation to a book, which is many to one, one to many. right? So one publisher can publish many books here. We just double click this one and then specify the notation, which is one to many. And the same goes to the other object, like the author. The author has many to many relation to the book, because one book can be written by many or one or many author, and one author can write one or many books. So that's why we relate it with many to many like this. All right, and then the member is REST partner. As usual, we put a flag here that this is a member, not a regular customer. And then the other additional field. And then the main transaction or document is the borrowing, the borrowing. So which member is borrowing a book and starting from what date and returning that to until what date. So this is the actual transaction of the borrowing and returning of the book, right? Here we have the state. Here we have the state field, selection field that contain a draft, open, and done. This is the workflow, right? This is the workflow, and because this have the state, it will generate a status bar and then buttons to move the state. All right? This is the sample of method, and then we generate this by first configure the generator. The first one is the application name, my library, and then the Odoo version that we want to target to, 14, 15, anything, and then the icon of the application, and then the dependencies. That is the most important thing that we must configure. And then just generate this one, generate the diagram name, okay, and put it under the add-on path. I put it here, open, done. And we will have the complete add-ons under our add-on path. Can you see that? Okay. So this is the add-ons, the main add-on, and then this is the inherited add-on for us to customize the logic. Let's see the model first. So this is generated. All of these are generated. Books, see? The inheritance, the normal fields, and then the relation fields. So it understands the many to one, the many to many, and the one to many. And let's look at the author. It has many to many relation with the book as defined in the diagram. And then the borrowing. So this is the main document, right? This is the main document. This is also generated. The name state. This is also generated because we need that state variable at the action, confirming action. And then this is the sequence numbering running on the created method. And we put also the unlink to protect, not to be able to delete when it is not draft anymore. And then this is the relation field. Okay, that's all. We can see all of this, and let's see the view generated for the borrow, for example. So we have the tree, we have the view, pivot view, and then we have the form, the search, Kanban because we have image there. Kanban without image, right? If the class contain image, the Kanban will contain image also. Okay, calendar because it contains the date, graph, view, action, and then the menu. This all setting is applied to all other class in the diagram, except for the inherited class. 1 minute, let's install the application. 1 minute, update, uplist, update. I don't think I have time to demonstrate the modification, but it's okay. Let's see it is running well without no error, right? OXP. So this is the add-on already plugged in into our system. And we install the inherited one because it will install also the main one. All right, 1 minute. Okay, that's all. Let's see. This is the icon, right? This is the icon, and we will have this application already installed here. Right? So we have the borrow database already, the confirm, marks as done, reset, and then we have the other classes, which does not have any state field here. It is located under the configuration, right? But the document is located under the operation. All right, this is the one-to-many field actually. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much for attention.
Thank you very much, Ahmad. Is there any question for him? Yep.
Just have a question, please. Here. How does it? Yeah, no, it's okay. How can you manage if you start to implement a method in your class that is generated? Do you have a way to actually be able to support changes once you have implemented some functions in Python?
Yeah. So we created two files, two add-ons here. Like for example, the borrow class, it will only generate this empty function, and then the developer will do the logic, detailed logic under the inherited one, the borrow here. So here the developer will do the logic entirely, and when we change something here and then regenerate, do not delete the inherited one. Only delete the main one because it is only the template relation. I think that is the question. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there? We have time for one last one. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one question. Let's imagine you have in your model a base class, vehicle, and then subclass car, and then a subclass bike. Are you able to generate polymorphic screens so that when you go to the vehicle screen, there will be a type drop-down box, and if you select car, you're going to have some fields, and if you select bike, you will have some other fields. This example, I'm taking that from the fleet module. Do you do that?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
So, because here what you are showing is the only inheritance that you have is your class book inheriting from something in the framework, in some standard Odoo class. Now, if you add more classes, so for example, you inherit from the vehicle class in Odoo, and then you subclass it with your type. What you expect is that when you go to the screen, you would select the type of vehicle, and depending on that type, you will have the field displayed on the view.
Yeah, actually, it is by default on the Odoo framework. I think if you have many to one field, then it will be selection field already there, built by the Odoo framework. If I'm not wrong by your question. So for example, this borrowing object has many to one relation to member. So we can select member here, which is actually a REST partner object, right? And then we can select the book here, which is actually a product object. Is that correct, my answer? No. I don't understand you.
Okay,
I
I'm
understand.
gonna come back with the mic.
Can someone translate that for me?
It's basically the screen itself is polymorphic. So you have a discriminator field, which is type. So type is a car or bike. And if you select car on the view, then you're going to have some property like registration number. And if you select bike, you're going to have, I don't know what else. So the screen itself is polymorphic.
No, I don't.
No,
think,
you don't.
no,
no.
I don't
so
think.
on your diagram, you will see a class hierarchy basically. But anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So actually what we are generating here is the standard Odoo. So whatever exists in Odoo, we generate it here. So whatever does not exist in Odoo, we cannot generate it here. So that is the main idea. Okay, any other questions?
Thank you, Ahmad. We are out of time. I'm really sorry, but thank you very much for
Okay,
your time.
thank you, everybody.